So, speaking about talent tweeting things out, so, Tony Khan's clearly going through it with Punk debuting because we had a bunch of people ragging on him online and going, dude, you guys fumbled Punk. And then we had all the wrestlers tweeting shit out about Tony, going like, no, Daniel Bryan's like, I love AEW, and everyone's going, AEW's the best. And you can tell it's just like clockwork, right? As soon as the people are going, dude, what the fuck? You guys fumbled Punk for Jack Perry. And then all of a sudden the wrestlers come out, no, AEW's the greatest. It's the bestest. And, they do this over and over again. These guys come tweeting out, and good, like, tweet and support your guy, tweet and support your company. But I just find it's just very telling. Like, is Tony telling them to do shit, or, are they just doing it on their own merit? I really can't tell, but you can tell Tony's going through it, and I don't want to beat him up. But then what happens is Bryan Danielson ends up getting thrown under the bus. So basically, Fightful and all these guys are reporting, which I don't know how anyone trusts them ever. And even Danielson shot them down, so they're wrong about this too. But all of a sudden it starts coming out, Danielson was the one behind the firing of CM Punk. And he led a committee of 3 people, and he headed it. And he was the reason that CM Punk was let go. And Meltzer reported this, Fightful reported all this bullshit. And then what did Danielson do? He shot that down entirely. And Danielson's so beloved that either he said, yes, I'll take this hit, or they just know, like, he's so goddamn beloved that we'll just throw him under the fucking bus and let him take the heat to get heat off Tony, who's clearly going through it, man. And it fucking sucks for Tony, but, like, get your goddamn company in order. Like, how much longer, like, I just want to ask Tony, how much longer does this have to go before you realize, like, okay, maybe someone else should just take the reins? I'll just go book Ring of Honor, get my rounds in, and then I'll come back to this when I'm really confident and I know what works and I know what doesn't. It's pretty crazy. So I just want to play Danielson's statement, just destroying all these fucking dirt sheets who fucking said he headed this committee to fire Punk. Now the heat's on Danielson. And then you got fucking WWE and AEW fans shitting on Danielson now. Like, come on. But yeah, here we go. This is
recent report. It's
Bryan
a website
Danielson
called Fightful. Had this report, Brian, that there was like a 3-person sort of committee who was deciding the fate of CM Punk in AEW. They're reporting that you were part of the committee, and the committee decided CM Punk should not be with AEW anymore. That report just came out a day or 2 ago. Is it true?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a part of the disciplinary committee, and clearly,
that's
what
cringe,
happened
by the
has
way.
happened.
Why the fuck is there
I mean?
a disciplinary committee? Why the fuck is that? Like, why is wrestlers on the disciplinary committee? And especially when he goes, just listen to what he says. But it's like, especially if what Danielson says, if that's the case, then what the fuck?
I'm somebody who I like CM Punk. I think he brought a lot to AEW while he was there. But, there's not a lot I can say about it, or that I really want to say about it. But yeah, I am a part of it. It's really funny because there is, how the internet is. Like, it's like some people would say I was the head of the disciplinary committee. And I'm like, listen, I'm there were more than 3 people involved in this decision, but most of them were all lawyers. To say that I was the head, I don't even have a college degree. I'm not in there bossing people around or anything like that. It's just like, well, okay, So yeah, but yeah, I am part of the disciplinary committee.
Was that difficult as someone who likes Punk and is a friend of his? Was it difficult to be a part of that committee where the decision is that he should leave?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And as somebody who,
great question.
I have a lot of empathy, but I'm grateful for the time he was able to spend in AEW, and he did a great job for us.
Oh, what's that? Huh? What? Who? What? Danielson has empathy for Punk. So he has empathy. Why? Because he probably can see where Punk's coming from. He just doesn't agree with the way Punk went about handling this shit. But I'm telling you, man, the grass ain't always greener, and we'll talk about that with the Hardy Boys more. Danielson, here's his
for
last.
us. And so, yeah, I wish him the best in his future. And I hope, that his run there goes well.
And good for Danielson, and people, are just running with people are just trying to shit on Danielson and whatnot. It's shitty that he had to catch heat for that. Yeah, Fightful goes, heading the AEW disciplinary committee is a continued duty for Bryan Danielson, as he's also responsible for handing out fines when necessary. Like, you guys are getting lied to. You guys pay these people for lies. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So